Good morning and welcome to Vlogmas Day 21. Can you believe it's the 21st of December already? This month has flown by. There's only 3 more days of Vlogmas and then it's Christmas Day. So the excitement levels are building here. Yesterday I had such a lovely relaxed day. It really was just the ticket for getting me ready and energized for the next few days. Today is all about getting the house clean. I want the house in a really good state by the end of today so that next week I can be a wee bit more relaxed and know that at least the house is clean. It may not be tidy over Christmas, but it'll certainly be clean. So that's the plan for today. I have bits and pieces to get done and everybody is at home from lunchtime today. Peter's already off. James actually didn't get into school this morning for his last half day. He had a migraine, which is unfortunate. So he's recovering from that. And Amy finishes at lunchtime. So everybody's home from lunchtime on and I just love it when everyone is home. It's just my favourite thing. So looking forward to the Christmas break with everybody at home. But if I want to get the house cleaned, I have to have it clean before everyone's home or it'll just not happen the way I want it. I'm well through my cleaning and I thought I would just take a break and talk to you a little minute about something I've been thinking about and starting to sort out. This is the time of year when, like a lot of people, I start to think about the year that has passed and the year that is coming and start to plan. I am a planner most of the time, sometimes I let it slip, but I'm getting back into that idea for the new year. And one of the things I love planners. I'm not always very good at keeping them and keeping them up to date, but this is one that I do keep up to date. This is the new one for this year. Last year's is sitting here, and this is really my household planner. It's the planner that sits on the counter and people fill it in if they've something on or something to do just any day. I used to keep a calendar on the wall, but it was never really kept up to date, whereas this is. People actually, if they realise they've run out of things, stick it on the shopping list, and then I have a comprehensive shopping list, things that I want to do, and I just find this book really good. So I'm starting to slot in dates that I have already for next year, things that are happening. There's a monthly outline and I have some exciting things already in there, if I can find one. Let me see. March. All the important things, of course, doesn't really matter about general household things. The yarn festivals are in. So there's Edinburgh in March, there's Woolen in June in Dublin, and of course there's the Knit Retreat, Ullin Knit Retreat in November. But there are other things going in there now and I'm starting to think about the new year in just the general household things to do respect. I'm also thinking about my word for the year again. I have a word every year. The 2017 was challenge, I think. Yeah, it was challenge, and it was all about how to face challenges and challenge myself as well and not be afraid of challenge. And I think that year the word was appropriate and it worked really well. Last year I had put this at the front of my planner, take time to be quiet. And last year my words, this year 2018, my words have been quiet and balance. And I don't know if I've achieved that. I maybe started to achieve it towards the second half of the year, the balance. Balance is something I find very hard to balance, busy and quiet, and I tend to be quite obsessive about things. So if I start a project, I will obsessively work at it, almost to the detriment of everything else. So it was finding balance and finding time just to be quiet, which is something I'm not very good at. So that maybe came towards the second half of the year, when I made sure that I switched off the noise at times during the day and at weekends, just to have time to be and to be in the moment. But I was thinking of this year's word, and the word that I think will be my word for 2019, and I've just been scribbling on a piece of paper, is reclaim. Just scribbles. And one of the things I want to reclaim is the balance. I want to continue that word for 2019 and maybe work at it almost a little bit harder. If I think about maintaining balance when I'm exercising or on an exercise machine, it is actually quite hard work to maintain balance. You have to really work at it, and that's a little bit like life. I need to work at maintaining balance. So I want to reclaim balance. I want to reclaim my health, my mental health. This year took a little bit of a dip. I want to reclaim my mental health, and part of that is reclaiming my fitness. That has slipped in the last year or two, and I think part of my coming Christmas present might help with that. But I really want to reclaim my fitness, because my physical fitness certainly greatly affects, hugely affects my mental health. I know that it is a bit of a cliche, but really when I am out exercising in whatever form, it clears my head. It doesn't take away the issues, but it helps me deal with them and certainly keeps them under control. So I really want to reclaim health and fitness. I want to reclaim my balance and taking the time out. Towards the end of last year, I took breaks off social media every weekend. I also switch off all social media at about 7 or 8 o'clock at night. That has slipped in the last month, but that had been going on, and I'd been taking early nights and just going to bed to read and just be quiet and do things that I used to really enjoy doing. So I want to reclaim all that. I want to reclaim my bag making and my little business, because I also let that slide for various reasons, and I'd like to reclaim that. There are just so many things that I want to reclaim and claim. I just want to reclaim contentment. I think that is basically what it is, and I know that all those things help me be content and happy with who I am and where I am. So I've been thinking about those things this afternoon, and thinking about kind of the general things that are going to happen next year. I've also been getting my reading list together. I used to be an avid reader. My subject that I taught was English. I did an English literature degree, and I read so little. So I've been trying to get back to reading. So I have a list of books that I want to read. I brought this home from Canada. Selma gave me this, Alias Grace. So I want to read this. I also want to read this book, 1000 Gifts. It's been around for quite a while. A lot of people have read it. I'm not sure. I've read bits of it and I wasn't sure about it, but I think I would like to read this about thankfulness and just finding maybe contentment no matter what you face. Contentment's not necessarily happiness. It's finding peace with things. One of the things I did do last year, and that I will reclaim again next year, is my thankfulness journal. I kept it going so well, much longer than I thought I would. I think it was mid-October when it kind of fell away. But every day, no matter what, I find one thing, if it's one sentence of something to be thankful for, and it could quite simply be, I got up. I'm thankful I got up. But there's always something you can be thankful for. And I want to read this and maybe start working through the thankfulness journal again. In terms of books, I saw this and it piqued my interest, 60 Degrees North. It's a travel journal about someone who works his way through that area of the world, that latitude, longitude. I'm never sure which one's which. Sorry. So I want to read that. And I also, this arrived actually this morning, and I thought part of my, when I'm sitting down every day to think of my thing to be thankful for and just take that little bit of quiet time, a poem for every night of the year. And I'm really looking forward to this. As I said, my background's within English literature. I read a lot of poetry. I don't read poetry anymore. And I thought this might just get me back into it. There's literally a little poem for every day. I thought it just would be a little thing to think about and to read and to enjoy again. So that's the deep thoughts I've had this afternoon. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to set the deep thoughts aside and go back to the cleaning. But I just thought I would drop in and have a wee chat.